All right, so boom. This past weekend was July 4th weekend. Independence Day. Everybody had themselves a grandiose time. Whether you've been barbecuing, going over to the beach, had yourself a gathering of some sort. Some folks messed around and had picnics. One way or another, you had yourself a good time. Some people had 3-day weekends, 4-day weekends. I know some folks who had 5-day weekends, and it concludes itself today. One way or another, you know what ends up happening, right? The evening comes on the 4th, and everybody gathers around and takes a look to the sky because there's fireworks being lit absolutely everywhere. And I've always been on the record on this channel. After July 4th is concluded, please cease with the fireworks. And apparently that seems to be the case. I haven't heard one since the evening of July 4th. However, I went to Twitter, and for whatever reason, it seems that fireworks are trending because there's a rapper, podcast host, gangster, if you will, named 4Extra, who was on the No Jumper channel, who unfortunately blew his fingers off in a fireworks incident.
I'm about to blow a nigga up. Fuck wrong with a nigga. Dead homies, nigga. It's the 4th, I'm about to blow a nigga up. Who wanna get blown up today, nigga? Fuck wrong with a nigga off the back, I'm blowing a nigga up. Stop playing CDs, nigga. I'm throwing them in your house. I'm throwing them at you, nigga. Vernon Avenue, nigga, off the back. I'm blowing your ass up. I'm blowing somebody up today off the back.
A few moments later.
Watch my hand! And then it doesn't even stop with just him, because apparently there's a fireworks war that AMP is having amongst their members, or I think it's a Kai Cenat's younger brother. I don't know all the characters, but they lighting fireworks in their houses. Move it.
What you doing?
Now, I don't know the lore behind this AMP fireworks war, apparently, because going to Twitter, they've been doing this for, what, 3-some years? But now it's beef with another house or something of that nature. I saw something about this AMP summer house. Did they buy a house just to blow it up? Is this something that they do? People in the comment section let me know. But as it pertains to 4Extra, it's incredibly unfortunate. This man done lost a couple fingers. I think he's down 2 or maybe 3-some fingers, but there's been others who's blown up fingers in the past by way of fireworks. JPP is one that comes to mind, who's able to turn that into something positive. He was already a Super Bowl champion, lost a couple of fingers by way of a fireworks incident, if I'm not mistaken, exactly 10 years ago in 2015, and he went on to go win another championship when he joined the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The only downside is he got 2 hands, but I only think he got 1 ring finger. So you got to wear your Super Bowl championship rings all on 1 hand. How does that work? But then again, I ain't no champion, so I wouldn't know. That's neither here nor there. Shout out to him. He's doing his thing. So hopefully a speedy recovery for 4Extra. But as it pertains to AMP, this kind of crazy to me. The mere fact that you would go and buy a house just to pretty much go out there and blow it up.
You right. This your shit right here? Yeah, nigga. Fuck. You came with mad niggas you don't even know.
Now, granted, I'll extend an olive branch. There's different levels of fireworks, so there's some that you can have in your hand, I guess, drop, and you won't blow your fingers off. But still, why put yourself in a situation to where you can open up the door to that level of risk? And furthermore, there's no scenario where I believe all of this is extemporaneous. There's no way they didn't have a script, per se, to how it was they were gonna set up this here war from what it was that I seen. There's no way that they didn't communicate, probably with the townspeople to a degree. But there was a video I saw, I think his name is Talil, that was live, and there was a woman who was essentially his neighbor arguing.
The fireworks that you guys are setting off are absolutely.
I apologize.
You don't apologize to me. This is keeping this neighborhood safe.
I'm sorry.
No, this isn't an apology.
I'm sorry.
This is keeping this neighbor safe. This is criminal behavior.
I'm sorry.
I'm appalled. How dare you?
I'm so sorry.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
No, I have 3 elementary children who live in this neighborhood. No. How dare you? Criminal behavior what you guys are doing in this neighborhood. And in this house specifically. And I have all of the footage.
We own out there.
All of it.
We own out there.
Excuse me?
We own out there.
You own what?
We own out there.
I know that you own it.
Exactly.
I know that you own
That
it.
means we can do what we want.
You cannot throw, it is criminal behavior to shoot fireworks inside a home.
And she own out there.
No, 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 no. This is criminal behavior.
I'm not hollering at you. I'm coming at you. Thank
This
you.
is criminal behavior. I have
Can
three.
you calm
No,
down?
I will not come down.
Wait,
You were shooting fireworks inside that home. They were shooting fireworks inside that home. This is criminal behavior. No, I am not gonna
I'm talking to you in the
apologize.
call.
I
didn't ask
I
you
heard
to-
this from
I
1
did-
o'clock in the
I
morning.
did not ask you to apologize.
It is not.
Okay.
I am,
Let's
I'm
just.
gonna tell you. So I don't want to talk to you. I will talk to you.
That's why I had to get it from.
Now, I don't know what state they have these houses in, and laws regarding fireworks vary based off your jurisdiction. But I still think it's crazy that you would do this within the home. Now, granted, if you're gonna have yourself an annual war, I would assume you do it in a location that, one, it's legal to go ahead and do that. But then two, you wouldn't be around to where there's neighbors that would have to directly hear the chaos that's going on, because you're essentially disrupting their flow of life with your debauchery. Because it's all content at the end of the day. You're gonna do what it is that you're trying to do to go and get as much views as you can. There's a huge subscriber base, follower base, viewer base that finds that kind of content incredibly entertaining. And based off some of the clips that I've seen, I mean, if you didn't know it was actual human beings, let's just say if it was a video game, that shit look kind of fun. I understand, I get it. But imagine if you was the neighbor. It's a worthy crash out. But I will say this much. You gotta take the video with a grain of salt, because who's to say that that's not also a part of the content as well, to try to make it seem a bit more legitimate. All I know is it's not as if they just lighten off fireworks for show that aren't legitimate fireworks. You can get hurt here. There's actual damage to the property, which they probably had already planned to do. So it's all just an expense, albeit you're wasting electronic devices. There were damaged computers, damaged cameras, broken chairs, all kinds of things within the home that pretty much got destroyed. Not only by fireworks, but I believe Duke Dennis walked in with a sledgehammer, started breaking stuff down. I think it was something that they had going on between the two different homes. Again, I don't know the lore, I don't know the backstory. I'm just going based off what I've seen. A number of different people done sent me messages talking about what are my thoughts on what happened. I don't know anything, right? So all I'm looking at is like, this is insane to me. Because just imagine, as I was saying prior, you're a neighbor within a neighborhood where you got to take into account how large these homes are. So you would assume you're in an affluent neighborhood and you just trying to go and live your doggone life. Let's just say on the off chance that lady who was crashing out is a legitimate player in this situation, or just to say onlooker, civilian, if you will, not involved with what's transpiring. And she said she had 3 elementary school aged children. It's 1 a.m. is what she said. Bro, I'd lose my mind. You thought the war was going on inside the house. Enter a new character player into the game. There's no way. You disrupting the peace, and you must be dealt with. I'm starting to think, and I felt this way for a while, even gauging on what transpired with Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips, albeit completely different industries in this case. Folks really doing the absolute most in order to generate views, and it's getting out of hand. It's already been out of hand, but it just seems like you get more and more and more people involved, and I can almost guarantee you they got up and coming content creators, up and coming streamers that's probably going to try to replicate this, maybe not on the same scale because you don't happen to have the finances nor the resources to be able to pull that off, but maybe on a smaller scale. I remember I Show Speed, maybe during the pandemic, where he lit a firework inside of his apartment. I don't know what state he happened to live in. All I know is I think it was like 15, 16, 17. I remember it went viral. Somebody sent it to me while I was live streaming back in like 2020, 2021 or something of that nature, where he lit a firework inside of his apartment. I can promise you there's probably been numerous different cases of people doing that who actually had the balls to go and do it over the years, and watching this kind of content probably is going to go and galvanize the youth to go even further and do that on a bigger scale, because at the end of the day, if you're able to generate enough views to bring in monetization and all kinds of revenue, they gonna take steps even further, fam. All I know is I would hope nobody got hurt, the overall moral of this story is stop playing around with these fireworks, fam, because it's all fun and games until it's not. And you can see that in the case of 4 Extra, blew off 2 doggone fingers. And now you got a whole war apparently going on between AMP and this other group, or is it a delineation of their group? Is it like a branch of their group? I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comment section, but it's out of hand, fam. Legit, I promise you, I was spammed in my DMs with all of these videos, and it's blowing my mind. The further down the rabbit hole I go, the more shocked I am from what's going on. Albeit, they've been able to generate tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of views behind this content. They've built an incredibly strong follower and subscriber base. But man, y'all are taking a big chance, because all it takes is one thing to go wrong and now your life changes forever. So y'all be careful out there, and not everybody gonna be able to have the Batista kind of entrance, if you will. Y'all better slow down with them fireworks before shit get real fast. Hey, I appreciate you watching the entire video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button on the way out if you haven't already. And on top of that, hit that notification bell as well. For whatever reason, YouTube's only showing my videos to 20% of my subscribers. So if you have already turned on the notification bell, turn it off, turn it back on. If you never turn it on, turn it on. I appreciate you.